The war had finally ended. For 10 long years, the great kingdom of Valoria fought a terrible war against the neighboring empire of Drathos. The battles had destroyed cities, stolen lives, and left the land in ruins. Everyone thought the war would never end. But one day, the soldiers came home. The war was over. The people of Valoria celebrated the victory. They cheered for their brave soldiers. But in their hearts, a deep sadness remained. The princess, their beloved Princess Aria, was missing. The official news said she died in the last battle, fighting bravely to protect her people. Her body was never found. The kingdom mourned her loss. The palace was quiet and empty without her. The king and queen wore black every day. The people put flowers and candles on the streets, hoping the princess would return in some way. But as the days passed, strange whispers began. In the dark alleys of the city, rumors spread. Some people said they had seen the princess alive. Others said she had changed, no longer the gentle girl they once knew. And with her, they said, was a strange man. No one recognized this man. He was not from Valoria or anywhere nearby. He looked different. He walked with confidence and calm, and his eyes held secrets that scared some people. Who was this man? Why was the princess with him? What had happened to her during the war? No one knew. The city was full of questions. The king's advisors tried to calm the people. They said the rumors were lies, stories made up by frightened minds. But deep inside, many hoped the rumors were true. In a small house near the edge of the city, an old woman sat by the fire. She had lived through many wars and seen many things. She listened carefully to the rumors and smiled quietly. Sometimes the truth is stranger than any story, she said to herself. Meanwhile, far from the city center, in the shadow of the tall mountains, the princess and the strange man watched the city lights from a hidden hill. Aria was no longer the same. Her face was calm but strong. Her eyes were sharper, filled with new knowledge and pain. The years of war had changed her. The man beside her watched her closely. He was calm and silent, but ready for anything. "Are you ready?" he asked softly. Aria nodded. "I must return. The people need to see me again. But you are not the princess they remember," the man warned. "You have changed too much. Some will fear you." Aria looked at the city below. "They will have to learn. The war took everything from me. My family, my home, my old life. Now I have a new path. I must show them the truth." The man smiled slightly. "Then we will face it together." The night was dark and full of stars. The wind carried whispers of old stories, secrets, and hope. Back in the city, the people slept, unaware that their lost princess was alive and watching them. They did not know the changes she had gone through or the stranger who stood with her. At dawn, the city would wake to a new reality. But not everyone wanted the princess to return. In the king's council hall, a group of powerful men met quietly. They did not trust the rumors. They feared what the princess's return could mean for their power. "The princess is dead," one said firmly. "Anyone claiming otherwise is a threat." "We must find out the truth before the people do," another replied. "If she returns with that stranger, it could start new wars." The leader of the council, a cold and smart man named Lord Draven, nodded. "Send spies. Watch the borders. If she is alive, we will know soon enough." But deep inside, even Lord Draven was afraid. The princess was not just a girl anymore. Something had changed her. Meanwhile, on the city streets, the whispers grew louder. A young boy told his friends, "I saw her. The princess walked with a man I have never seen before. They looked like they belonged to another world." An old merchant said, "I heard from a traveler that a human came from far away to save her." A woman in the market whispered, "What if the princess has powers now? What if she is no longer our friend?" The city was full of hope, fear, and questions. The war had ended, but a new story was beginning. The princess was alive, but she was not the same. And with her came a human, a stranger from a place no one knew. Who was this human? Why had he saved her? What did they want from the kingdom? No one had answers yet, but one thing was clear. The war had changed everything, and the kingdom would never be the same again. The threat from the rebels grew stronger every day. Varric and his followers moved closer to taking the kingdom by force. Aria knew she needed more than just words to protect her people. Kale had taught her many things about his world, about new technology, and about strength in unexpected ways. Aria felt a new power growing inside her, a power she never knew she had. One evening, Kel took Arya to a secret room deep inside the palace. The walls were covered with strange machines that glowed softly. "This is where your real strength will come from," Kel said. Arya was nervous but curious. Kel showed her a special device, one that could enhance her abilities. It could make her faster, stronger, and smarter in battle. "But will it change me?" Arya asked quietly. Kel smiled. "It will help you become the leader your people need. But the heart and courage are already yours." Arya agreed. She stepped into the machine. A warm light surrounded her. She felt energy flowing through her veins, stronger than anything before. When she stepped out, she was different. Her eyes shone with new power. She felt ready to face any danger. The next day, Arya faced the court. "I will fight for this kingdom," she said loudly. "I will protect our people from those who want to destroy us." The court was surprised. The princess they knew was gone. This new Arya was a warrior, strong and fearless. But Varric was watching from the shadows. He knew the princess was no longer weak. He smiled. This will be a fight to remember. The war was over, but the battle for Valoria's future was about to reach its most dangerous moment. The night was dark and silent, but danger was near. Varric and his rebels prepared their attack. They wanted to take the palace and stop Arya from ruling. Arya stood on the palace wall, looking out over the city. Her heart was strong. She was ready. Kel stood beside her, holding new weapons from Earth. "They are coming," he said quietly. The rebels came in silence, moving like shadows through the streets. But Arya's new power and Kel's technology gave the defenders an edge. The battle began with a loud roar. Arrows flew and swords clashed. The palace walls shook with every attack. Arya fought with courage and strength no one expected. Her new power made her faster and stronger than ever before. She inspired her soldiers. Kel used his advanced weapons to stop the rebels. The strange technology confused and scared the enemy. But Varric was clever. He found a way inside the palace. He wanted to capture Arya and end the fight quickly. Just when Varric reached the throne room, Arya faced him. Their eyes locked. The air was thick with tension. "You will never take this kingdom," Arya said firmly. Varric sneered. "We will see." They fought fiercely. The battle was not just about strength, but willpower. Finally, Arya's new power defeated Varric. He fell to the ground, defeated. The rebels fled into the night, afraid and broken. The city was safe, for now. Arya stood tall, her people cheering. She was no longer just a princess. She was a leader who brought hope and strength. But Kel warned quietly, "This is not the end. More danger will come. We must stay ready." The war had changed everything. The princess returned, stronger, and changed forever. The future of Valoria was in their hands. The battle was over, but the kingdom was not the same. Valoria had changed, and so had its people. Princess Arya stood on the palace balcony, looking out over the city. The sun was rising, painting the sky with orange and pink colors. The city was alive again, full of hope. Arya felt a new strength inside her. She had faced death, war, and betrayal. But she'd survived. She returned, not just as a princess, but as a leader ready to build a better future. Kel stood beside her. He looked at the bright sky and smiled. "Your people will trust you now." Arya nodded. "With your help, we can make peace. Not just here, but with other worlds too." The king came forward. He was proud but humble. "You have changed, my daughter. You are the true queen this kingdom needs." But even as they celebrated, Arya knew the road ahead was still hard. Old enemies still waited in the shadows. The universe was bigger and more dangerous than ever. Yet Arya was ready. She had learned from Kel and from the war. She knew strength was not just power. It was courage, hope, and trust. The human who came from a distant planet was no longer a stranger. He was part of their future. Together, Arya and Kel looked at the stars. They knew this was only the beginning. The princess had returned changed. With a human by her side, the kingdom would never be the same. A new chapter had started, one of peace, strength, and adventure. The city was full of questions about the strange man who stood beside the princess. No one knew where he came from or why he stayed with her. The man's name was Kel. He was not from Valoria or any nearby land. He came from a distant planet called Earth, a world far away in another part of the galaxy. Kale had traveled many light years to reach Valoria. His people were different from everyone in the kingdom. They had advanced technology and skills that seemed like magic to others. When the war started, Kale's world watched quietly, but when the princess was captured by enemy forces, Kale could not stay silent. He made a choice to help her. Kale found Arya deep inside enemy territory. She was weak and scared. He gave her shelter and protection. Together, they escaped through dangerous lands and space. Many times, they faced death, but Kale's knowledge and technology saved them. He showed Arya new ways to fight and survive. She learned quickly. Now, standing in the palace, Kale knew the kingdom would not accept him easily. He was a stranger with strange ways. When the king finally met Kale, his eyes narrowed. "Who are you?" the king asked. "I am Kale, from Earth," Kale said simply. "I helped your daughter survive." The king looked surprised. "Earth? I have heard stories, but never met anyone from there." Kale nodded. "My people have watched your war. I came because I believe in peace, and I believe Arya can bring it." The king was silent. The idea of an alien helping his daughter was hard to accept. The council was even more suspicious. "Aliens cannot be trusted," Lord Draven said angrily. "They have their own plans." But Kale did not argue. He only said, "I want to protect this kingdom. I want to help Arya rebuild what was lost." The princess watched the meeting carefully. She knew the truth would be hard to accept. But Kale was her friend, and now her strongest ally. At night, Arya and Kale talked about the future. "Your people are very different," Arya said quietly. Kale smiled. "Yes, but we want the same things: peace, safety, and hope." Arya looked at him with new respect. "I am glad you are here." But far from the palace, spies reported everything. The enemies of Valoria feared Kale's power. They believed his technology could destroy them all. The kingdom's future was uncertain. The princess and the human faced not only old enemies but new threats, from inside and outside. The war had ended, but the real battle was just beginning. The city tried to return to normal life, but shadows of the past war still hung over Valoria. The people wanted peace, but danger was closer than they thought. Inside the palace, Princess Arya worked with Kale to rebuild their kingdom. They planned to make Valoria strong again, stronger than before. But not everyone wanted peace. In the darkest corners of the kingdom, enemies moved quietly. These were the ones who lost power during the war. They wanted to take control again. They did not want Arya back. One night, a secret meeting took place in a hidden room beneath the city. A group of men and women whispered. Their leader was a man named Varric. He had once been a powerful general before the war ended. Now he was angry and dangerous. "We cannot let the princess rule again," Varric said sharply. "She is weak without her old army, and that strange human. He is a threat to us all." One woman nodded. "We must act before they get stronger." Varric smiled darkly. "We will start soon. The kingdom will fall. Again." Back at the palace, Kale felt the growing danger. "There are spies everywhere," he told Arya. "They watch us. They want to stop us." Arya's eyes narrowed. "Then we must be ready. We cannot let them win." The king trusted Kale and Arya, but even he did not know the full danger hiding in his own court. One night, a spy sneaked into the palace. He carried a small device to listen to their plans. But Kale's technology detected the intruder. Before the spy could escape, Kale caught him. "Who sent you?" Kale demanded. The spy was silent, but Kale knew the answer. Varric and his rebels. The war was over, but the fight for Valoria's future had just begun. Arya and Kale prepared for the battle ahead. A battle not only for the kingdom, but for the truth and the people they loved. Days passed since the strange rumors about the princess returned with a human, but no one had seen her clearly. The city waited, full of hope and fear. Then, one cold morning, the princess returned, but not as anyone expected. Arya walked quietly through the city gates. Her clothes were different, made from strange materials that shined under the sun. Her hair was shorter, and her eyes held a cold fire. She looked stronger, but also harder, like someone who had faced many dangers. The people stopped and stared. Mothers held their children close. Soldiers lowered their weapons, unsure if she was friend or enemy. No one called her princess. Arya did not speak much. She moved with purpose and calm. The human walked beside her, silent and alert. His skin was pale, his face calm but unreadable. He wore a simple suit unlike anything seen in Valoria. The city guards stopped them. "Who are you?" One guard demanded. "I am Aria, the lost princess," she said clearly. Her voice was calm but strong. The guards whispered among themselves. Some did not believe her. Others wanted to hope it was true. The king was told immediately. He sat on his throne, staring at the messenger. "Is it really her?" he asked softly. The messenger nodded. "Yes, your majesty. The princess has returned." The king's face showed both joy and worry. "Bring her to me, but be careful. Not everyone will welcome her." Aria stood before the king. He looked at her closely, searching for the girl he once knew. But he saw a stranger. "Aria," he said softly, "what happened to you?" She looked down. "The war changed me, father. I survived because of a human, a friend from another world. Together, we fought to live." The king frowned. "A human? From where?" Aria shook her head. "I cannot explain yet. You must trust me." The queen entered the room, tears in her eyes. She hugged Aria tightly. "My daughter, you are alive." But the queen also felt fear. The princess was not the same. In the city, people talked. Some believed Aria was a hero who survived against all odds. Others feared the strange human with her. What if they brought danger? The council met again. "We cannot trust her," Lord Draven said. "She is not the girl we knew. And that human, he is an unknown danger." "But she is our princess," said another voice. "We should listen to her." The king stood up. "We will watch her closely. The kingdom's safety comes first." Meanwhile, Aria and the human stayed in a hidden part of the palace. She told him, "I cannot trust everyone yet. The war left many wounds." The human nodded. "We must be careful. There are enemies watching." One night, Aria walked on the palace balcony. She looked at the stars. "I will protect this kingdom," she said quietly, "no matter the cost." The human stood beside her. "Together, we are stronger." But far away, eyes watched them from the dark. The war was over, but a new danger was coming.